Policing, voting rights, and the fight for justice. Those were some of the topics being discussed in the opening plenary session yesterday at the National Action Network conference here in New York. Among the participants, the former Attorney General, Eric Holder, Reverend Al Sharpton, and the Democratic National Committee Chair, Tom Perez. Here's a look at some of the highlights.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Let me also acknowledge why we organize. We have in the audience the living examples of why we fight. And this organization doesn't get in a fight and leave. We stay in the fight.
As I reflect, this coming Saturday is 100 days of Donald Trump. And I can only reflect on two words: chaos and carnage. Moral compass is not a word I would use to describe what's going on. And we need people like you causing good trouble, in John Lewis's words, or Baird Rustin, who said angelic troublemakers. I feel like I'm at a gathering of angelic troublemakers here today, because that's what we need to do. That's what's made America, America. We need to articulate clearly what we stand for. And that's exactly what we're doing at the Democratic Party. Because I have to be honest, I've been making a lot of house calls. And you know what? We've been taking all too many people for granted. I've been in Detroit, I've been in Milwaukee, I was up in Flint, I've been elsewhere, I've been in rural America, urban America. I hear from folks in Detroit, Milwaukee, and elsewhere, Tom, you can't show up every 4th October to my church and say you care and call that an organizing strategy. I'm here to tell you that I hear that. We have to be in communities 12 months a year, working together with you, organizing with you, telling our vision with you, making sure that we're listening, we're learning, and most importantly, we are acting.
We've made a lot of progress in New York. We've done a lot to reform, thanks to Nan and the great organizing efforts over the last 20 years or so. We've reformed our criminal justice system. We repealed the Rockefeller drug laws. We bring the crime rate down while we bring the prison population down. Uniquely in the country, I am the special prosecutor, and we're the only state that has this, to take cases away from local DAs. If a police officer kills an unarmed civilian, you take that politics out of it. And between 2011 and 2015, we cut stops and frisks in New York City by 97%, and the crime rate went down.
Governments can and should, I think, automatically register citizens to vote by compiling from existing databases a list of all eligible citizens, all eligible residents in each jurisdiction. Now, several states have taken steps in that direction. Oregon implemented an automatic registration procedure at its DMV in 2016 and has already seen a 4-fold increase in registration. California, Vermont, and West Virginia have passed similar laws, and other states are leaning in that direction as well. It is estimated that if implemented at DMVs and other key government agencies, these needed reforms will add 50 million registered voters to the roll. Let us rise to the challenges and overcome the divisions and the fallacies of our time. Let's signal to the world that in America today, the pursuit of a more perfect union lives on. Generations before us did not fail in that quest. Now it is our time. Now is not the time to retreat in the face of a partisan assault on the most basic of American rights. The battle to ensure the voting rights of all Americans is, I believe, a defining one. This is not only a legal issue, it is a moral imperative. If we are to be the nation that we claim to be, we must challenge in every way that is possible those who would undermine our democracy and who have lost faith with the covenant between government and the people. The right to vote is not only the cornerstone of our government, it is the lifeblood of our democracy.
A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air
and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not going to let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.